Does say live. Okay. This is not good. Hey everybody. Move over a little bit. This way. Okay, so what's going on? Woo! I'm missing a bunch of pictures. Because my daughter Grace, they're hers, and she's taking them back. This hat's a mess. I'm a mess. That's okay. How's everybody doing? Anybody out there? I don't know. Life's been pretty busy. We've been dealing with some stuff, and we're trying to get our head around it. So, let me see. Where can I put my hat? I'll turn this way. There. I got a mic stand here. I'll hang my hat on it for a second. Put this on. I don't think I'll... Oh my gosh. What do we got here? Anybody there? That looks a little bit loud. Is that too loud? I got nobody to... Chuck's there. Yeep, yeep. Hey, thanks, Chuck. I agree. E. What's the E? E for e-bike. Okay, I turned it down. I see it's redlining there, but we'll try. What key? E. E-bike. Yeah, those are okay. If you're a girl. Hear me sing's tune, take it with you, love. Hear my voice, it's always running places, but that's not my choice. What do I know? Well, I've tried the up and the down, the sky above and the cold, hard ground. I'm sitting here under a banjo moon, howling at the world, I'm trying to keep the tune. What do I fear? Maybe that it might end too soon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. See me cry. Half the time I really can't tell you why. Am I wise enough to bridge the distance between the shallow, smooth, and the deep and the rough? What do I know? Is there a place for the soft and the tough? Can I find it before it's too late? I'm sitting here under a banjo moon, howling at the world and trying to keep the tune. What do I fear? Maybe that it might end too soon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. Tell me now, from the depths of all the mysteries, the where and how, hey Trent, sorrow and joy, and the glorious light that shone on me when I was a boy. Now I'm older, and the prayers are getting hard to employ. Still I know that you're guiding us now. I'm sitting here under a banjo moon, howling at the world, I'm trying to keep the tune. What do I fear? Maybe that it might end too soon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. Sorry, I've developed a cold in the last couple days. I don't really care, but it's affecting me. It's affecting my work a little bit. I've gone to work, but I'll tell you, you guys have worked through colds before, and you just kind of start sweating. All of it. I mean, it was warm today, but it wasn't crazy warm. All of a sudden, I'm twisting wrenches a bit, and all of a sudden, I'm like, is it really hot? Is it really hot out? Is it really hot out? Then I start sweating down my back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, give me a break. Hello, Ed. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I woke, dear, I was mistaken, so I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, hi Richard, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you if you don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only say the same. But if you leave me to love another, regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, hello Jim, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. You are my sun, won't let anybody blow it out. My only, I'm gonna let it shine. You make me happy, won't let anybody blow it. When the skies are gray, I'm gonna let, it's supposed to be two people. You'll never know, won't let anybody blow it out. How much I love you, gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Excuse me. Yeah, I got a bit of a... Why is it every time I log on, we're in the middle of Banjo Moon? I don't think I've ever heard the beginning before. Well, the beginning, the one I have, Ed, in on my YouTube channel, starts with the banjo, actually. But I usually just... I broke one of my major picking nails here, so I'm having trouble picking here. Look, try again. Hi, Snow. But I had the harmonica, so I thought I'd just play the harmonica with it. I don't usually see me cry. Amanda, how the heck are you? Nice to see you. Am I wise enough? So see me cry. No, that's the second verse. Hear my song, hear me sing this tune, take it with you, love. But tonight I was like... Anyways, excuse me, everyone. I got a bit of a cold. Amanda, how are things in Mississippi? MISSI one. I'm gonna spell it with one I. MISSISSIPPI. Mississippi. I look at the weather there once in a while. It's ridiculous for Canadian. It's like the average seems to be 30, which is like 90. It's cray. Anyways, it's nice to see you. And there's Chuck's here. So Ed, you guys don't know if Ed's still here. My son Taylor is getting married in January to Ed's daughter, Abigail. So Ed and I are related. We're brothers-in-law, sort of. Okay, it probably doesn't work that way, but I'm going to pretend we are. What the hell? Anyways, Ed's a great guy. He's a salt of the earth guy, you know? Sure. He's a picker and a grinner, too. He likes to play guitar. He's a good singer. Thanks, Amanda. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You don't even know. Yeah, there's lots of weddings coming up, I'll tell you. I just lit the furnace. Jim Jones. What the heck, man? What part of the States are you in the States there? That's something. Yeah, we had our furnace will kick in, but we won't let it. But, okay, Ed, sounds like a plan. Is it acoustic or electric? I don't know how to spell acoustic. I'd have to look that up. I think there's an A in there somewhere. Oh, what the heck? I'll play the guitar, the harmonica for this, even though it's not my harmonica calling me. It's my guitar calling me, but what the heck? Oh, I'll try it. Excuse me. Acoustic, okay. 75, so that's pretty nice. That's about 22. That sounds perfect. Sorry about my crazy hat. And all the pictures are gone. My daughter Grace, amphibious, you old coyote. Good to see you. How's Ontario? Oh no, Ontario. I think amphibious is actually an Albertan by heart. He doesn't even know it yet. I'll tell him to move here. So my daughter, I keep stopping. My daughter Grace is going to get a website where she can sell her prints of her art. As soon as it's all set up, it's getting pretty close. I'm gonna let you guys know, and if you can or you want to or whatever, you can peruse and maybe pick up one of her paintings. I don't know if I don't know if that's on there. It should be. I'm not sure. So she's trying. My son Thomas, who is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he's trying to help her out with it too. So, anyways. ounce of concentration I had, and it still sounded like shh. Is it gonna be money? I don't know. How far back do our plans go? Hi, Sebastian. Is my mother going to jail again? All this talk is wearing me thin. Doesn't anyone follow the rules, or am I just sitting here singing the blues? When all these troubles are riding me, look across the room and I see my guitar calling me. Is this another dream come true? Or just another dream falling through? Why does this wind blow so cold? I'm too young to feel this old. Now I'm so sick of sitting around and got my feet too planted on the ground. And all these troubles are riding me. Look across the room and I see my guitar calling me. I've seen a lot of people come and go. They tell me why, but I don't know. Can what they say be so true? Is there always something after you? Yes. Now, no, don't try to change my philosophy, cause man, I'm telling you, I got eyes to see, yeah. And all these troubles are riding me. I look across the room and I see my guitar. When all these troubles are riding me, I look across the room and I see my guitar. Out of tune, calling me. Okay, so how's everybody? Is this really, Amanda? That is pretty cute. Sam's just, oh crap, 8. He's only 8, isn't he? Sorry, excuse me, everyone. I should say a quick prayer because my daughter Abigail, not Ed's daughter Abigail. My daughter Abigail. 8 years old. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading Amanda's comment here. My youngest girl, Sparrow, loves that song too. So I'll try to play that one in a minute here. That's one that Katie and I, me and my daughter. But I want to say a quick prayer for my my daughter Abigail's boyfriend, Jordan. Sometimes you guys saw Jordan would come on here a little bit. And my best friend is Kevin. John, this is Jordan. John. That's Kevin's son. He's dating my daughter Abigail. So, but he felt really sick enough that he wanted to go to the hospital to get checked out. So he's in there right now. I don't really know if there's an update. No, I don't have an update, but I don't know if it says appendix or if there's something bothering him, but he hasn't been feeling good for a few days here. So just ask the Lord to look over him, to help him, and to heal him, and to give the family strength while they go through this, and definitely give him strength. And we ask Jesus to watch over and also to bestow the healing grace upon him, and also help the staff that are working there and so on. I know that it's always difficult. There's so many difficult times, especially in the medical thing. It always seems like there's never enough people, but hopefully there's enough there that can help Jordan today, and and hopefully it's nothing major. We all pray for that, of course. So we ask that in Jesus' name. Amen. Boop, 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 boop. So thanks, Sebastian. If any of you aren't Christians, well, I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize, but you know what I mean. You can just sit back and wait. Put your head down. I think most of you are, but some of you may not be. I just I can't help that. So let me think here, Snow. I'd have to think about that one, Snow. My memory is pretty bad. It could have. My daughter, you might be thinking of my daughter. She didn't have a seizure so much. My daughter has OCD really bad, obsessive compulsive disorder. My girl Ren. So she's dealing with that. We're working through it. We got a good therapist and stuff, but it's not that easy to deal with. It's a really hard one. I think it's listed as number 7 in the top 10 worst diseases that you can have. No, that's okay, Snow. That's okay. Thank you for, mentioning it, and I appreciate there's been a lot of prayers from the pack. I can't talk about it too much because it's pretty heavy. But she's doing better. She's doing a lot better. It's just... Yes, that's why it's ringing a bell. Amanda, her husband Paul had a seizure. I think he had 2. We had one, and then he was doing a little bit better. Then he had another. And so I think, as far as I know, that he's been doing a little better. He's on some medication, so we'll pray for him. So that you guys can carry that on in the little chat. There's a light shining in your eyes. I've seen it once or twice, staring at me now. And all I know is there's no way out. Through the top, the sides, or down, I have to take you on. And I wonder if you cry for me late at night when I feel all alone. And as I search around each day, never knowing what to say or what to tell anyone. Is this your idea of fun? Take this comfort off of me. Take this vice and set me free. I need you here right now. And I will meet you halfway. I saw you run as if to say, I want you by my side. And I wonder if you cry for me late at night when I feel all alone. And as I search around each day, never knowing what to say or what to tell anyone. Is this your idea of fun? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is this your idea of fun? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nothing's lost, nothing's gained. Nothing bends and nothing strains if I sit and watch you die. Take me up and take me down. I see the blood soaked in the ground. I'm gonna walk there anyway. And I wonder if You cry for me late at night when I feel all alone. And as I search around each day, never knowing what to say or what to tell anyone. Is this your idea of fun? Ooh, is this your idea of fun? Yeah. Ooh, is this your idea of fun? Ooh, is this your idea of fun? Yeah. Ooh, is this your idea of fun? Oh, thank you, Sam. Thanks for requesting that in a roundabout way. So that song, yeah, that's about, doesn't matter what it's about. Whatever you think it's about, it's about. Sorry, I'm pretty tired. Thanks, Amanda. Oh my gosh. What we got here? What is this? This is an E? What do we got here? There's a C. Let's try that bad boy. Hat's coming off for a second. Sorry, everybody. That's all right. I wanted to do a live stream, so I didn't care if I felt a little sick. I was going to play a bloody live stream. Almost pulled my glasses off. Okay, hat's going back on. All right. You were true to love is felt. Was hiding out in the back room, smoking a cigarette that you gave to him to keep him quiet. You know you never understood a word he said. You never could. Now he's gone, you can smell him still, but he slipped out of the back room with your best friend. Yeah, baby. Told yourself 1,000 times before you never kissed the ground. Now you're on the floor again, and your love is gone. Don't you know that your love is gone for good? Moonlight rests against your walls. Aftertaste. He's lying, passed out in the hall. And boredom, scratching something on your desk. Writing, baby, baby, won't you come now? Patience. He wonders when he's gonna get a rest. He wonders when's the rest. He wonders when's the rest. Yeah. And your love is gone. You can smell him still. Body slipped out of the back room with your best friend. Yeah, baby. You told yourself 1,000 times before you never kissed the ground. Now you're on the floor again, and your love is gone. But don't you know that your love is gone for good? Look what he'll do now. He'll throw your heart through the ring of fire. He won't hold your hand. He slips you another door. You're gonna make it through, 'cause you got all of your friends, and you got that nasty was hiding out in the back room, smoking a cigarette that you gave to him to keep him quiet. You know you never understood a word, not a single word. You never could. And now he's gone, you can smell him still, but he slipped out of the back room with your best friend. Yeah, baby, baby, baby. Told yourself 1,000 times before you're never gonna kiss the ground, and now you're lying on the floor again. And your love is gone. And don't you know that your love is gone for good? Don't you know that your love is gone? Your love is gone for good. Excuse me, just a minute. I have a lot of questions up there, it looks like. The song, this is called, well, for now, it's just called True to Love. You were true to... A lot of times when I wasn't sure, I just used the first line. You were true to love, but love itself... It's a lot of personification, I believe, is the correct literal term. Was hiding out in the back room smoking a cigarette that you gave to him to keep him quiet because you never understood a word he said. You never could. Well, now he's gone. You can smell him still, but he slipped out of the back room with your best friend. Yeah, baby. Told yourself 1,000 times before you're never going to hit the ground. Now you're lying on the floor again. Anyways, you were true to love. This person's loyal. They want love. This girl, I imagine, is a girl, you know, wants love, and just these people are... So what else was I gonna about it? Oh, so harmonicas. Well, there's a bunch of different kinds. Snow Fox, one of the most famous harmonica players probably in the world, Stevie Wonder. He had a bigger. Now, still, those were in keys. They're called a key. He had a chromatic one that had a little push button on the side where you could do. If you know a piano at all. Well, basically, you don't have to know too much about it, but you know there's white keys and there's black keys. And the black keys are the sharps and the flats, usually. And so that little chromatic had a button. It would push, and you could, when you pushed it, it would do one of the sharps or the flats. Kind of like the black keys on a piano. That was called a chromatic harmonica. Now that I don't know how to play one. My dad used to have one. They were okay. You could do some neat stuff with it, obviously, like Stevie Wonder. This is just a simple, this is called a 10, for the reason there's 10 holes. It's just called a 10-hole harp. A 10-hole harp, or they call them harps, even though it's not a harmonica. They should be called harms, but they're called harps, like a... Anyways, this is a 10-hole harmonica, and they are in a key. This is the key of C. I don't know if that translates to you or if it's backwards, but that's the key of C. That song I'm playing, True to Love, is in C. So I can play it. But sometimes when you're playing blues, now this is going to be too complicated, Snow, probably. But, oh, you said I can look up how a harmonica works. Well, if I took this top off, you'd see these little thin metal strips. Those are called, I believe they're called reeds. When you blow through it, it vibrates like at a certain... So this is my D harp. So if I play D, I'm out of tune in many ways right now. Mr. Karwandi, good to see you. Solomon Gumball. Da 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 da. What are the foot pedals for on a piano? Well, generally there's only 2 foot pedals. One is, sometimes there's 3, but one is to sustain, they call it. Every time one of the hammers hits the strings on a piano, and most of the notes are 2 or 3 strings at once. It's not just one string. Till you get to the very low notes, then I think there's only 1 string. But when you get in the middle, there's like, I think most of them have 3 strings for the one note. Anyways, there's a felt hammer that hits it. When you press a key, there's a little hammer that hits this note, kind of like a dulcimer is another musical instrument that uses strings, and guys would hammer. They're called the hammer dulcimer. Anyways, these little felt hammers hammer the strings when you push the keys. Now, what happens is, so there's a little felt I'm going to try to explain this. I don't even care what everyone thinks now. I'm telling you what I know, the little bit I know. Every note has a felt that keeps the strings from just ringing along. The felt keeps them quiet. It mutes them. So here's a felt pushing on the bottom. I'm going to do it this way. Here's a felt pushing. Here's the strings, okay? Here's the strings. Here's a felt kind of holding itself against them. And then when you push the key on the piano, that felt lifts off. And then the hammer strikes the note. And then as soon as the hammer's done striking the note, the felt goes back on. Okay? The only way you can make that felt lift off and stay off is if you keep the key pressed down. That felt, the one that mutes it, that muting one, will lift off. Okay? And if you hold it down, it'll stay off. But that's only one note. Now, to your question, what happens with the 2 pedals? One of the pedals, when you push the pedal down, all those ones that keep the notes quiet, that keep the strings dead, muted, they all lift off. It's called sustain. So then when you play it, you can hold it and you can play it. It can get kind of, the word I think is cacophonous. A cacophony, like symphony. Phony is sound. Cacophony is a mixture of sounds. It sounds pretty gross. So if you play too much with that pedal pushed down, everything jams in, all the sounds jam together. But if you're playing a nice chord or 2, you can hold that pedal down. Usually what people do then is they lift the pedal up again and then hit another chord, and it sustains the notes. The other pedal is basically the opposite. It kind of mutes them. I've seen a couple different ways that they do it, but it basically just keeps that felt on there. So it kind of quiets the whole piano down. And that, Amphibious, is a faithful narrative of all of my knowledge about pianos. Pretty much. Okay. So... Get up, get out of bed, and I see that it's 8:05. I kiss my wife, brush my hair, comb my teeth, 'cause I'm gonna be late. She says, honey, don't rush, a lot of time you've got. I said, are you crazy, baby? I gotta find a parking spot. I got the working man blues. From my head right down to my steel-toed shoes. I don't know what I'm gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I guess I'm gonna have to stay there till my dying days, oh yeah. Well, the next thing I know, when I walk through the door, I see my boss standing there like I have 1,000 times before. He says, what are you doing, boy? You know you're late. And I said, well, I guess that's just the way. Can we negotiate? I got the working man blues. I don't have the song finished, obviously. From my head right down to my steel-toed shoes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I guess I'm gonna have to stay there till my dying days. Oh yeah. I'll work on it. I'll try to get some words. I just kind of threw that together a while ago. Hi, B and Sakhoff. How are you? Donna DeFord. Donna. I had a girl, Donna was her name. Since she left me, I've never been the same, 'cause I love my girl. Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Well, now that she's gone, I am left all alone, all by myself, to wandering alone, 'cause I love my girl. Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Well, darling, now that you're gone, I don't know what I'll do. Oh, gone, and all my love for you. I had a girl, Donna was her name. Since she left me, I've never been the same, 'cause I love my girl. Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna. There you go. That's for you, Donna. I didn't care. That's a cover tune, but what the hell? Big deal. It'd take away my $34 every 3 months. I don't care. Richmond North. Yeah, I have Amphibious. Yes, I have. It's a good song. I have heard it, and I saw his interview. He was interviewed by Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan, and on both those things, Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan, he mentioned Steve Wallace's channel. He's actually touched base, or Steve has touched base with him, and they're going to go camping together. I think sometime maybe next year. That might be insider information, but I don't really know. I don't think so too much. If you watch the Joe Rogan podcast, I'm listening to the Jordan Peterson one with him. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I've just got into it the other day. I was driving, so I had it playing while I was listening to it. Sounds like a really nice guy. He's a really down to earth fella. Okay, where am I? I might as well play my... Oh my gosh. Oh, I'll tell you. You know, a cold is quite the thing. Whew. You feel sort of, sure, that's a good one. Thanks, Sarah Solomon. I'll tune this up a little bit. How about that for a treat? I'm going to dedicate this song to somebody, and I'm not saying who it is, but there's some... I have hope for somebody communicating with someone else and through text or email, so I'm hoping for that a little bit, and so I'm going to dedicate this song. Sorry. Oh. Sorry, you guys. Just a minute. I'm on call right now. I'm going to see what this is. Joe here. Go ahead. That's nice. Just a minute. It's a telemarketer. Well, that was scary. I'm on call this week, so I was like, oh, here we go. But it wasn't an emergency. It was a bloody telemarketer. I'm tired of being alone, staring at this blank screen on my phone, waiting for you to contact me. Contact me. I hope to see you soon. Blue balloon. Hi, Jeanette. I'll send you all my love. What more could this red heart be made of? A little message from me to you. Hope to see you soon. Blue balloon. Take it from me through the sky. Return magically. Won't you fly to me? Night it drags on. I hope to hear that familiar ding dong, the little chime that I made for you from me. I hope to see you soon, my blue balloon. Thanks there, Solomon. I know you're writing back. Whoops, those 3 dots cause me a heart attack. What message am I getting from you to me? 3 red hearts wrapped in a blue balloon. Take it from me through the sky. Return magically. Won't you fly to me? Tired of being alone, staring at this blank screen on my phone, waiting for you to contact me. Well, thanks, Doug. I'm glad you like it. I'm sorry, everybody. I hope I'm not... I hope it's not too loud when I cough. Oh, Richard's around. Richard might be just relaxing. Sometimes that's what he does. Well, I've been up and down. Still I'm weaving, still I'm weaving. Laughter, smiles, tears and frowns. Still I'm weaving, still I'm weaving. I'll bang this drum, I'll dress this loom. That's my remedy for an impending doom. And a stitch in time saves more than nine. With the tapestries I've woven in my mind, they come to life now, the coarse and the fine. A winter's day seems cold and dark. Still I'm weaving, still I'm weaving. In my backyard, it's my Noah's Ark. Sees me weaving, watch me weaving. Feed my friends, both small and large. The souls of all I've touched now with my art. I'll bridge the gap with love and joy, and the warmth of the sun when I was a boy. Well, I feel it now again in my soul. What has changed? Not my weaving, still I'm weaving. The threads of life you have arranged through my weaving, in my weaving. I'm sorry. Wool and silk, silver and gold, with a piece of the new and of the old. I'm tied to you, I'm tied within. I can see your hand at work and where I've been. Boy, oh boy. And you guide the path ahead, my old friend. Sorry, everybody. I'm a little bit out of it. It was just her petting her cat. Oh my gosh. Chuck. Chuck, 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 chuck. Doo-da, doo-da. Hey, Richard, there you are. Good, good, good. I'm glad you're here. Okay. I thought you were probably just laying back and relaxing. Nice, thanks. Oh, and then I had a request for Fists of Stone. I might do that one in a moment. I'll give it a try. I just don't know. I don't know what I can do. What happened was this fingernail, I don't want to gross you out, and it's not real bad actually. It just about went down to the danger zone. It's just right on the top, where it kind of hurts, you know, when a nail breaks and it gets into the, what's that called? The bed, the anyways, I'll just show you this nail. That's a good camera, eh? I'm sorry my fingers are dirty. I'm a working man. I've been trying to clean them out here, but that's just good old oil and grease from my job, twisting wrenches, and I did a little bit of, I had to do some pipe fitting today, gas fitting. Anyways, but that nail is very important to me. I'm not doing anything bad, but there it is. That's that. It's one that the way I play, you guys probably see. A lot of my is a boka chaka, a shuffle beat, and this finger is quite, so it's kind of gone now, so I'm just a little bit, it's funny how much it throws me. You hear this one here? I'll just do it by itself. Can you hear that? That's because I'm just hitting it with the pad. I could get a finger pick, but then I'd have to relearn everything. It should be like... That's okay though. I was never sure about life. I was never sure about what was up, what was down, and was someone there who pulled all the strings. You as a soldier came in, more like a queen. You said all things right, dark to light. I'd never seen anything like it in all of my time. And I was frozen, you were stolen. Now they're hunting for us. One step forward, dreams and torture. They can break the world, but they can't break us. I was never sure about love. I was never sure about pure, about all of life's deceptions and all the silly lies. And when I fell, you were there. And when I wouldn't tell, you still held me, and all of your love and understanding laid it all bare. And I was frozen, you were stolen. Now they're hunting for us. One step forward, dreams and torture. They can break the world, but they can't break us. I was never sure about time. Was it everything that they always said mended and healed the broken and poor lonely hearts? And in 30 years can I say that I have paid or learned a new trick? Or do I want a magic machine that grants a restart? And I was frozen, you were stolen. Now they're hunting for us. One step forward, dreams and torture. They can break the world, but they can't break us. I was frozen, you were stolen. Now they're hunting for us. One step forward, dream and torture. They can break the world, but they can't break us. All right. Okay, Jim, I'll try that. Thank you, Amanda. I think it is a timely song for sure. You know, it's mostly for, I wrote it for just, you know, for the family. It's about my wife mostly. You know, how strong she is and how she And it's about our family too. It just seems like every family I know is under attack of some sort. Now I know that sounds a little dramatic for some people. I'm sorry. You know I'm a religious guy, or I try to be. Golly, I fall short in that too, but I am trying to be a religious person. I try to be a Christian, but there's some scripture about that this war isn't against flesh and blood. It's not against that. It's against principalities, which I believe are like, angels of God and the demons and so on. And I think the number one, the battle zone is us. Unfortunately, it's us. It's us humans. We're the ones that the battle is over. The battle is over us, and the battle is over, but the war goes on. That's a good old song by Sonny Terry Brownie McGee. Anyways, okay, I had an idea. I was try to lighten it up a little bit here. Sorry about that, everyone. I just I know what shackles are, I wear them every day. Working for the man and the bills I've got to pay. There's a place that only I know of where I can hunker down, and I'd be gone. I'd be gone. Come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smells like heaven, don't you know, and the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone, I'll be gone. That little voice inside your head that you ignore, telling you not to do what you've always done before. Well, that's the one I'm bending to, the one I follow now under this sun. Under these clouds, come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smell like heaven, don't you know, and the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone, I'll be gone. That place right there where the river meets the road, where no one's been before, right there, that's where I'll go. And with the campfire burning and the cold beer in my hand, I'll be gone. Across this land, come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smell like heaven, don't you know, and the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone, I'll be gone. Summer, winter, spring or fall, doesn't matter to me at all. Come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smell like heaven, don't you know, and the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone, I'll be gone. Come with me to where the wildflowers grow and the trees smell like heaven, don't you know, and the song of the loons calling me, and I'll be gone, I'll be gone. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I don't have what it takes. Yip, 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 yip. Well, yeah, Steve, he called me a few days ago telling me about Oliver Anthony, how, he mentioned him on those big podcasts, which was pretty good. pretty awesome. And also that he reached out to Oliver Anthony, and now they're kind of talking and such, and Oliver Anthony doesn't really have a clue about the big time, and Steve does. Like, he really does know how to, manage his life on YouTube and so on. So that's kind of neat. So he's become friends with him now. Or I don't know about friends, I'm sorry, but he is an acquaintance, and so they're kind of talking and stuff. Thank you, Carl. Thank you for the scripture there. The battle is for men's souls. That's from Ephesians. Thank you. I'm gonna try to sing that, but I promise nothing. I'll probably just do a lot of a cappella. That's not the word. That's not the word at all. That's not even close. So it's called falsetto. That kind of stuff. I was a poor boy when I was young. I lost my feeling from being stung. I was 12 years old in the ring alone, knocking the drunks to the floor with my fists of stone. Hiding in the stall there, that was my cage. I bust out fighting with unbridled rage. And you want to mock me from upon your throne? I'll bring you down to the earth with my fists of stone. Cheers and adulation lifting me on high. They prop me up as their Lord just to watch me die. Silver blade drawing, cutting to the bone, lying there on the ground with my fists of stone. Into the darkness, the fears and the doubts. Who's there to hold me when the lights go out? No, I can't help you. Let me grieve alone. I have my bottle here beside me and my fists of stone. My fists of stone. My fists of stone. He sat there gazing at this giant man. I told how I was scared and hurt and how I ran. He ran up to me, his pain I've known. I opened up my hands to hold him, my fists of stone. My fists of stone. Oh, my fists of stone. Oh, my fists of stone. visit's done. Oh, there we go. Well, Snow, do you know what that song? Who I wrote that for that boxer fella. He was like a heavyweight boxer, David Nino Rodriguez. He's from, I believe, El Paso, Texas. Anyways, he was, I think he has the record for the most first round knockouts, yeah. And he got, he was living the high life. He was doing quite well. He was on his way. Then he got jumped by 4 guys, and one guy just about slit his throat. The knife went up here. If you see him, you can see this big long mark here. It's not too bad. It could, but any lower, obviously, that would have been it. But, and then he went into a big depression. He tried to come back, but he wasn't ready, and then he lost some fights and got into a depression, and he turned big time to alcohol and I think drugs somewhat too. And anyways, he cleaned himself up. And it was pretty cool. And so that song, I saw him interviewed on some show that, you know, the interview itself might only have like 10,000 views. It's not really. But I got all the all the stuff for that song was based on this interview. He talked about hiding in a stall when he was in school. He got beat up by when he was 9, I think he got beat up by a 10 or 11-year-old girl or something like that. He's just laughing talking about it, but he said, I got beat up and my dad just said, you got to learn to box. So he put him in boxing. But well, thank you, Snow. He heard the song. I was on his Telegram page. I used to watch him on YouTube a little bit, but I haven't watched him for quite a while. I still like him. He's a pretty neat guy. I'd like to meet him one day just to talk about stuff. But anyways, he liked the song. He wrote me a thank you. He promoted it a little bit. It's one of the more popular songs on my channel, I guess. Obviously, the number one is Come With Me, the camping song. Probably step 2. I think Canaan's Land is up there. And Fists of Stone is up there as well. And it's kind of neat because it's a different demographic, hey? Like it's that crowd is a little different. I think Amanda doesn't know him, but knows of David Nino Rodriguez. I remember her saying that on one of our live streams. She said, oh yeah, I like the big guy. He's a big Goomba, but he's not for everybody. I know that. Boy. I've been wondering what I'd say if I ever met you. When I prayed when I'm alone, I call out your name, then the silence greets me just the same. Then my child, eyes so wild, says, Daddy, hey, I love you. Ooh, I love you. Ooh. If I'd ever travel to a foreign land, would you meet me there? Take my hand, or will you turn and walk away from me? Leave me standing there so painfully. And then my child, with hair so wild, says, Daddy, hey, I love you. Why do I look for evidence? All I've got to do is see what is heaven sent. How my children around like the olives grow, and my wife at my table whom I love. So don't look for what's missing, look for what there is. Christ's real presence, what's yours is from him. Thanks, Carl. I don't know if I could do that one. I think that one's actually in the key of in rivers on an island leading towards the sea, through the trees and vines now, away from you and me. 10 rivers on this island sparkle like the sun. Some are tame and mild now, some can only run. And there's a place inside my heart where all these rivers flow. And if one day we part, I know they'll always find their way back home. 10 rivers on an island reaching towards the sea, through the trees and vines now, away from you and me. 10 rivers on this island sparkle like the sun. Some are tame and mild now, some can only run. And there's a place inside my heart where all these rivers flow. And if one day we part, I know they'll always find their way back home. Well, sorry, Carl, I guess, I have to get back to it. At least someday I'll try, It's, I'll try to finish it properly. Thanks for the request. Thanks, Amanda. All right. Let me see. Snow wrote something there. I was hoping something would come from that. I remember you being pretty excited with one of his moderators. Yeah, you're right. That's good. Good memory. Yeah, Britt. Her name's Britt's Gray-Eyed Jewel. She is one of the moderators. I haven't been on a live stream of his for quite a long time, but if I do stop in on a live stream and say hello, her and her sister is Harbor S. I don't know their real names, but they always say hi to me and stuff, and she loves that song too and loves a lot of my songs, and she has come on here sometimes, a couple times I think, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, that's fine, Carl. No, I know. 10 rivers. You guys know that's obviously about my kids. Some are tame and mild, and some always want to run and stuff like that. And it's about them. The river. That analogy, I've used that before. Just the river and, getting bigger. Like, that's very, apt. Your children get larger and bigger, and they're going away in a way. They're going away from you, but that's, it's necessary. It's what life is about, but it can be hard, I'm trying to remember. I had another one that went something like that. Let me just see. where I had that same analogy. How does that one go? It's like it goes. Just a minute. I'll remember. It goes. Just a minute. Okay, you guys can keep talking amongst yourself. Let me think about it. Okay, it's that. It goes. Stars are falling in the night. Okay, stars are falling in the night. Somehow that don't seem right. They shone so brightly, and now they're gone. Through the forest I did go, trees upon the ground below, so wide they held their branches, and now they lie. Why'd you take them to you? What did they do? Did they do wrong? And I am unworthy. Can you help me to see? Carry me along. Carry me along. A river once ran through this place. Now it's slowed and changed its pace. It all but stopped here along the shore. The banks were firm along the side. Now they bend and seem to cry. They cry for what was and is no more. Look then at the sparrow. Tell me, what does she know? Still she sings along. And I am unworthy. Help me to see. Carry me along. Carry me along. You're 4 years old, it's not your fault. Who would think you would pay the cost the blanket wraps you inside and out? So run now up the stairs and down. Ignore the jeers, ignore the frowns. There's a lot they must get through to get to your heart. Why'd you take him to you? Tell me, what did I do? Did I do wrong? And I am unworthy. Can you help me to see? Carry me along. Carry me along. Did you think you'd know my plan? That you'd know my plan? That you would understand? I lost someone to you know, someone you know, stretched out his hand. And I know what you're feeling now, what you're feeling now. I've sang that song, and I'm with you forevermore, forevermore. I'll carry you along. Ooh, yeah. That's called Carry Me Along. I think so, Ed. That song it speeds up. There's kind of different. It's got a few different subjects in it. Apparently Ed and I don't talk very much. I'll try. Maybe his number's changed too. It's got a few different messages. The first one is kind of stars are falling in the night. Somehow that don't seem right. They shone so brightly and now they're gone. And through the forest I did go, and trees upon the ground below, so wide they held their branches, and now they lie. Something like that. I got the words a little wrong. But it's about the world, things that happen in the world, like things where people are like, you know, if there's a God, why did he allow this to happen? And why do these tragedies, like a hurricane or whatever, and so on. It's about the struggle that we have trying to understand how God works. So that was sort of the first verse, you know. A river once ran through this place. Now it's slow and seems to... Okay. River once ran through this place. Now it's slow and changed its pace. It all but stopped here along the shore. I can't talk about this one too much because it makes me want to cry. But the second verse is all about getting old. And anyone who's, you know, lost someone, you know, or is what happens. Like Steve just is going through that with his mother, and I did with my mom. But that verse is about getting old. Like, a river once ran through this place. Now it's slow and changed its pace. It all but stopped here along the shore. The banks were firm along the side. Now they bend and seem to cry. They cry for what was and is no more. So that's the bending the banks and so on. It's just like, you know, there's obviously a very an obvious parallel to. Anyways, okay, I better pack it in here. I'm starting to lose my ability to function. Maybe somebody can type in there how many people showed up tonight. That'd be nice to know. I'm starting to slow down here. My cold is starting to kick in a bit more. Yeah, Doug, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, thanks, Jeanette. 13, that's a good number. That's actually a lucky number, believe it or not. People don't, but... Well, yeah, that's true. The likes, if you get that many likes, that means somebody's been... They've come and gone. Some people just stop in, say they just... Yeah. They stop in for a minute or two, hit the like button and take off. That's fine. That's kind of nice for me. Thank you. Oh, I had a song I wanted to play when I was... Take my lighter from my pocket. I grab a beer from the fridge. Show me something I ain't seen before. It's okay, Amanda. You're fired. Tell me all about the things you did. You're probably good. That dang gas tank's leaking again. My neighbor told me it was the best. I have half a mind to push it out of here. Leave it out there lying with the rest. It's different life on the farm. It's a different life on the farm. Pray for the rain and be dry in the fall. If it ain't like that, I won't be happy at all. I wanna run, but sometimes I can barely crawl. It's a different life on the farm. Well, the morning time comes early, and the sunshine sings its song, and I'll never have to worry if I just work hard all day long. Well, my son's getting older now. My daughter's prettier each day. Still I know some way, I know somehow, I'm gonna have to watch them move away. It's a different life on the farm. It's a different life on the farm. Pray for the rain and be dry in the fall. If it ain't like that, I won't be happy at all. I wanna run, but sometimes I can barely crawl. It's a different life on the farm. Well, I had to put old Belle down, 'cause her back leg got too bad. It's just the way this life goes. There ain't no point in getting sad. It's a different life on the farm. It's a different life on the farm. Pray for the rain and be dry in the fall. If it ain't like that, I won't be happy at all. I wanna run, but sometimes I can barely crawl. It's a different life on the farm. Pray for the rain and be dry in the fall. If it ain't like that, I won't be happy at all. I wanna run, but sometimes I can barely crawl. It's a different life on the farm. It's a different life on the farm. It's a different life on the farm. I don't wanna fly, just wanna sit and watch the sky and all the little clouds of white to stare back at me. I don't wanna run, just wanna sit and watch the sun as it breaks into the dawn to chase the darkness. And I don't wanna leave, just wanna sit here with the bees and the flowers that decorate your new home. Still I know you're there, not in the ground, but in the air, just watching down, 'cause you care, and you always have. I don't want to walk or find some special place to talk about the times that have come and have gone now. I don't want to move or find another way to groove that builds a ladder for hope then to climb down. I just want to sit and find another piece that fits, 'cause I know something's missing, I feel that. Yes, I will march on and sing your favorite song, A Different Life on the Farm. Can you hear me? Every moment that I miss, every feeling that I resist, I'm trying to keep the floodgates from opening now. Every trial that has to pass, every instinct happens so fast, they're all tied to you somehow. Don't leave. I don't want to glance, Just want to sit and watch the dance between that meadowlark there and his rival. I don't want to play, just want to listen to you say that you're proud of me like in my childhood. And I can see the light, I won't stay here day and night, 'cause that's not how you raised me, be patient. Yes, I know there's more on that heavenly shore, where I'll see you, I'm sure, and you'll hold me. Every moment that I miss, every feeling that I resist, trying to keep the floodgates from opening now. Every trial that has to pass, every instinct happens so fast, they are all tied to you somehow. Don't leave me. There you go. That one just kind of tried to remember that one. Oh yeah. Fly Guy. Where'd you come from, Fly Guy? The guitar style. Well, thanks. That's a very nice compliment. I'll tell you something. Fly Guy, are you I'm sorry, my memory ain't that good, bro. Sorry. Have you been here before? A funny tie-in to your Glenn Hansard. Been here once or twice. Okay. Awesome. Here's the story. Did I tell you the story of this guitar? This guitar is called a Furch. Now, a Furch, they're made in Czechoslovakia. They also make another guitar. There's another brand called Stone something. I keep forgetting it, but the reason I mention that is because you said the guitar style and falsetto reminds me a lot of Glenn Hansard in Once. The movie's called Once, and it is a neat movie. It's actually a really good movie. Has a great moral. But Glenn Hansard, he won an Oscar for that song, Take these broken wings and broken ship and point it home. We still have time. Anyways, this guitar Furch, Glenn Hansard is one of the people who play, not a Furch, but he plays this brand. Furch is Falling Slowly. Yeah, that's the song. When you look up Furch guitars, they usually bring you to Stone Temple or something guitars, and they show all the artists that play them. And this is an off-brand. Well, no, it's still made by the same company. This is a Furch, I think just Furch, Czechoslovakian, handmade. Anyways, Glenn Hansard was he's one of the guys. He's one of the guys who plays this brand of guitar. Anyways, yeah. So you mentioned Glenn Hansard. Not many people know that guy or that song or that movie. So there you go. Thanks for bringing that up. That's cool. Rose, what the heck? Just bought a house with my son. Well, that's totally awesome. Congratulations. Thanks be to God. That's so nice. Dang it. Didn't you sit on the street waving at people, Rose? That was one of your things you like to do, is wave at everyone who drives by. Anyways. I'm sorry, my cold is starting to settle in here, so I'm going to... Thanks, Fly Guy. Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? That's this guitar. You can't see inside there, but it says Furch. And it says made in Czechoslovakia. Handcrafted in Czechoslovakia. Hi, Rose. Hear my song. Hear my sings too. Take it with you, love. Yeah. Hear my voice. It's always running places, but that's not my choice. What do I know when I've tried the up and the down, the sky above and the cold hard ground? I'm sitting here under a banjo moon, howling at the world. I'm trying to keep the tune. What do I fear? Maybe that it might end too soon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. See me cry half the time, I really can't tell you why. Am I wise enough to bridge the distance between the shallow, smooth, and the deep and the rough? Or do I know, is there a place for the soft and the tough? Can I find it before it's too late? I'm sitting here under a banjo moon, howling at the world. I'm trying to keep the tune. What do I fear? Maybe that it might end too soon. Sitting here under this banjo moon. Tell me now, this rosary lady, this verse is for you. I think I've explained this one before, but it's you'll recognize it maybe as a Catholic. Tell me now, from the depths of all the mysteries, the where and how, sorrow and joy, and the glorious light that shone on me when I was a boy. Now I'm older, and the prayers are getting hard to employ. Still I know you're guiding us now. I'm sitting here under a banjo moon, howling at the world. I'm trying to keep the tune. What do I fear? Maybe that it might end too soon. You started something, Ed, and here under this banjo moon, sitting here under this banjo moon, sitting here under this banjo moon. Oh, thanks, Fly Guy. It's true. I mean, I that's a song about me, right? It's about a lot of us, but you know, you start to lose, you know, I haven't lost hope completely, but you get the trials come and you start to lose your faith a bit. And the last verse is a very much a, oh, thanks, Rose. The last verse is of rosary. That's a prayer that the Roman Catholics, we have the beads and all that. Even if there's one hanging in the room here. A rosary. And there's mysteries. They call them the mysteries. And they're the joyful, the sorrowful, and the glorious. And John Paul II, Saint John Paul II, we us Catholicers call him, Saint John Paul, he introduced another one called the luminous mysteries. That's more about the life of Jesus. Now, that last verse is, tell me now, from the depths of all the mysteries, the where and how, sorrow and joy, sorrowful and joyful, and the glorious light that shone on me. Glorious is the last one, and light is what luminous means. And the glorious light that shone on me when I was a boy. But now I'm older, and the prayers are getting hard to employ. There you go. Thanks, Donna. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, I might be. I don't know about that. It gets harder to find meaning when trials start to feel like real reruns. Yeah, well, I know. I know. I'll tell you something. I mean, I'm I'll let you guys go. But I'll tell you a little story before I go. When when things get bad, there's a writer, his name's C.S. Lewis. I don't know if you guys, if you have kids, or if you can like him. I read those books a few times. He wrote these books. He wrote a lot of books about Christianity. C.S. Lewis is a very famous Christian apologist and a brilliant mind, but he wrote these books about Narnia. So some of you are probably familiar with them. Disney decided to butcher them, and they were called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Prince Caspian, and so on. But the one, I believe one of the first ones in the series anyways, was called The Magician's Nephew. And yeah, the Screw Tape Letters, that's about the demons. Yeah, I haven't actually made my way through that one, Amanda. That's a good example of his writing for sure. He's very complicated, or he can be. He's no slouch. Did you know that C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien, the guy, he's the one who wrote Lord of the Rings, they were good friends, actually. They talked all the time. And anyways, I was going to say there's one scene, I'm just going to call it a scene, in the Narnia Chronicles, and it was from The Magician's Nephew. Now, one of the main characters, little boy, I think his name's Diggory. I might be getting this wrong. You guys can correct me, but I'll just tell you the gist. Now, these two come in, Diggory and I can't remember the girl's name, Polly maybe. They come into Narnia when it was being created, just as it was being created. So C.S. Lewis used it as a sort of a model of how the Earth was created. So it's just this allegory, I guess, idea. Now, the God, the one and only God, is his name is Aslan, right? He's a lion in the books. God is represented as a lion. Now, what happened was when Diggory and Polly came into this newly created Narnia, this new land, Narnia, they brought in, accidentally, but they brought in a witch. It's the witch from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's her. Now she gets in there, she sees the lion, she throws this piece of a lamppost from London that she grabbed when she was in London. She threw it at the lion. It hit him. It didn't do anything to him, and it landed in the ground, and it grew into a lamp post. If you guys are familiar with the stories, or have you seen the movie, that lamppost is in Narnia still, and it was from the time when everything grew. Everything that landed on the ground started to grow. Now, what am I getting at? I'm so sorry. This is taking a long time. Please bear with me. What I'm getting at is this. Aslan says to Diggory, because you brought evil into this land, you have to help get rid of it, or at least protect this land. So I'm going to send you to this orchard way on the far side of the sea. I'm going to make this horse. There was this horse that was part of the story, but he made him into a flying horse, and he put Diggory on his back, and they flew to this orchard, where in this orchard, this garden, there was a tree, and the tree had fruit on it. And Aslan said, grab the fruit, bring it back, and we will plant the tree, and it will protect our land for 1,000 years or something like that. Excuse me. So Diggory goes to this orchard, and he sees this tree, and guess who's in the orchard already? It's the witch, the princess of darkness, or whatever you want to call her. You can tell C.S. Lewis wasn't trying to be too ambiguous. And she says to the boy, now this boy's mother back in England was very sick. The mom was basically on her deathbed at home in England. And Diggory was carrying that in his heart. And this woman says, this witch says to him, if you take this fruit, she says, very similar to anyone who's familiar with the story in Genesis, but she says, Did Aslan tell you what this will do? And he didn't really want to talk to her, but he said, well, he said it will protect the land. And she said, no, if you eat it, you'll be as smart as him. Also, this will cure your mother. You should just take it and bring it back to your mother. It'll cure. And she starts tempting this boy. Well, thanks, B. He doesn't listen. He grabs the apple and he runs away and he jumps on the horse's back and they fly all the way back to Aslan, who's waiting on the shore there over the sea in the new land of Narnia. Now, I'm sorry I'm drawing this out, but I'm getting to my point here. So Aslan tells Diggory to throw it. Are you still there? Sorry, this thing's just telling me that I'm having trouble. My internet is starting to drop. I hope you guys are there. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep going. And he says, and the boy, this little boy Diggory is like, can you? Oh, okay, it's paused. Well, and Aslan asked him, did she say anything? And he said, yes. She said if I brought it home to my mom, she'd be healed. And Aslan said, she was right. She would be healed, but not in the way that you think. It would have been worse. Like, it would have been what I would call, this is my own interpretation, it would be perverted. There would be not a complete healing. There would be something. There would be a hook to it. She would start to get, maybe something would happen. She'd become a darker person or whatever. But he said she wouldn't. So, but Diggory's just looking at his feet and he starts crying and he says, please, can you cure her? Can you cure my mother? Can you give me some of this fruit to cure my mom? So, this is what I'm getting at. Who was I talking to? Fly Guy. This is what I was getting at. I always remember this part of this book because, and I actually think of this a lot in my own life when things happen to my kids or to me. Then the boy, he's just looking at Aslan's feet, but he's weeping and he's asking for a cure. And then he looks up. Finally, he decides to look up at Aslan. And Aslan is crying. He's crying as well. He's looking at the boy and he's crying. So I think of that a lot when there's stuff going on in my life. I think that, people just think God is just cruel or something, or that I always remember that line from C.S. Lewis, who was a very gifted and blessed writer. And I know God uses all kinds of things to help us. And that verse, that paragraph, that story there always comes back to me when I'm feeling bad. I feel that Aslan, God, is crying too. And he's upset as well. And as long as we know that he is not, he's not vengeful, he's not this and that. Sometimes, guess what? We have free will. We have free will. And thanks, Jeanette. Thanks, Rose. Thanks, Amanda. We have free will. Everybody does, doggone it. And free will, it steps on top of everybody. Free will, it's good, it's beautiful, but it also, the free will of one can intercept and invade the free will of another. And it's just, anyways, it's very, sorry that was such a long story, but that scene, that one little thing, I always remembered that, and it really obviously spoke to me. I was probably 14 or 15 when I first read it, and it moved me back then, but I remembered it so much later in life. I'm 53 now, and I still think about that when things happen. Anyways, okay. All right. Yip, yip. God bless you guys. Thanks for being here. I'll say goodnight to y'all. I won't single y'all out. I'll just say goodnight to everybody quick because I should get upstairs. It's 9 o'clock here. I got to say prayers. So, all right, Fly Guy. So there you go, man. That was a long story. Hee hee. But, all right. Good night. God bless. Sweet dreams. See you all. Amanda, Jeanette, Donna. I'm sure Richard's in the background. Good night, Richard. Good night, Snow. I'm saying what I'm and Fly Guy, and I think Solomon's around. Okay, I'm gonna click a few buttons here and I'll lose you guys. All right, so we'll try again for next week. Hopefully it'll work out. I hope. All right, God bless. Sweet dreams. Love you. Talk to you guys later. Yip yip.